Today you're going to get back the painting that you made last week, and you will also get another basket filled with different colorful paper squares. Today you're going to pick out a piece of paper that will become the background of your quilt square, and you want to try to pick something different than the colors that you see on your actual painted paper. So I have a lot of red stripes. If I choose red, that will be maybe okay, but I want to choose maybe a color that I haven't used or something that provides contrast, something that looks very different than what I have on my paper. Once I have chosen my quilt square, then I need to start by writing my name and my class code. So I will take my pencil and I will write my name and my class code on the back of my paper. Once I've done that, I don't need my pencil anymore, so I'm gonna put that away. The next thing I will do is I will fold my paper into fourths. So to do that, I'm gonna take my square and I wanna bend the bottom edge up to the top edge, and using it or doing it on the table will help kind of keep your things lined up. So if I can line up the edges and hold it, I take my finger and just drag it to the middle and slide it down and slide it back up to create that nice crease. I will then open my paper to do the next fold. It makes it a little bit easier. And now I'm gonna bend it the other direction so that my fold lines cross over each other. So I will line it up, hold it, smooth to the middle, slide it down and slide it back to the top. And when I open it back up, my paper now has kind of a plus sign down the middle, and it is divided into 4 equal squares. Now it is time to cut. So I'm gonna start by flipping over the painted paper that I did, and I'm gonna start by cutting out just the circle. I wanna take my time when I am cutting so that I can cut as neatly as I can and keep my scissors right on that black outline. There's no prize for being done first. You wanna do the best that you can, so take your time and cut nice and neat. Once I'm done cutting out the circle, I'm gonna take this scrap piece and just put it to the side. We're gonna save those, so don't crumple those up. Now that I have my circle and it's kind of a whole pizza, I wanna cut it into fourths by cutting on these lines on the back. So again, I will take my time and just cut straight up the middle to split my pizza into halves. And then if I cut each of those on the line, I will then get fourths, or kind of 4 equal sizes. Now that I have my pieces, I want to first kind of play around with how I could arrange them in an interesting design on my quilt square. You'll notice that each little pizza pie slice has kind of 3 corners. This corner has a rounded side and a straight side. This one is rounded and straight, and this one has 2 straight sides. So this is going to be the corner that I want to fit into one of my 4 corners. I don't want it hanging off the edge of my paper or going into another square. So I want to make sure it's kind of fitting all the way in a square. So this corner that has the 2 kind of straight sides with a 90-degree angle, that will go, or it could go here. I could rotate it and it could go here. I could rotate it and have it be at the top, or rotate it and have it be in that corner. So there's kind of 4 options as to which way it could go. But depending on how you organize your pieces, there are actually kind of endless possibilities for the way that my actual quilt square could look. So what I would suggest doing is, before you just start gluing kind of your first idea, play around with the various ways you could lay out your quilt square to be. Whenever you have a design that you like, then it's time to glue it down. I want to leave them on there so I don't forget my pattern, but I'll just take one off at a time. We're going to be using glue stick today to attach these, and you want to make sure you put lots of glue stick on the back of the piece. That way when they are in the hallway, people walking past them aren't knocking them off. Make sure that your glue is not super cranked up. It should just kind of barely peek above that plastic. And I want you to spread glue all over the back of this pizza slice. And make sure it's sitting on this messy mat. That way when you go to the edge, if you get some off the edge, the table is not super sticky. And again, I really do want you to spread it all the way to the edges, make the back covered in glue. That way in the hallway, we won't run the risk of people knocking your pieces off. And again, putting it on, kind of not taking the other pieces off, is helping me so I can figure out where this piece is supposed to fit back to. So I will go ahead and take each piece off and spread glue on the back till I get all my pieces glued down. Once you have your pieces all glued down, make sure that you put that nice neat glue stick away in the bucket. And also take your paper and flip it over and give it a really good smoothing back massage just to make sure that everything is secured down really well. And if you notice that something is popping up, then you want to just throw a little bit of extra glue stick on there. Whenever you are finished gluing all of your pieces together, then you're going to use a Sharpie to sign your name. In one of the construction paper spaces, please don't sign it on the painted paper, sign it somewhere in the plain construction paper. If you were like me and you chose a black background, then a black Sharpie will not work for you. If you have any other color, black will work, but because I did black, I'm gonna have to kind of use this metallic marker to get my name to show up. You wanna write your name as neatly as you can. If you speak a different language and you would like to write your name in the language that you speak, you are welcome to use your language's alphabet to write your name. And once we're done with our quilt square, we will put it on the drying rack so they can dry without getting stuck together.